Alright, so in Python, like everybody's already familiar with what we call models. Now there are two categories of models. You have the built-in and the custom. Now the built-in are literally the ones that are built into the Python system, while the customs are the ones you design yourself to be able to access amongst different projects of yours. So models are kind of like a collection of functions which has designed to carry out a specific action. And there's like an endless list of functions of models out there, which hopefully as we go down the line we're going to be able to cover it all. But in in this particular video we're going to address a very popular model. It's called the regular expression. Now it's used when you want to match, like derive a specific pattern or match a specific pattern to given input or data um in a program. For example, confirming whether or not the user's input is an email address. So there are basic keywords that can be applied in regular expression, but before you can make use of it, you must always import re. Now, if you do not import it, then you wouldn't be able to access it. So I'm just going to comment some of the things we're going to work on. We have re dot search. We have sub re dot sub. Right, so we have re dot search, re dot sub, and re dot find all. Now the names are pretty straightforward: searching for it, substituting, and finding. So, but the thing is now, how exactly do you make use of all these things? There's a particular syntax which we're going to jump into shortly, but this syntax contains like groups of patterns, basic patterns, which you implement when you're searching. So let's just quickly look at some of those patterns. So the first one is using very basic characters. For example, using words that is from A to Z in small letters, A to Z in capital letters, 0 to 9, and even some punctuation marks, that is excluding full stop, because this full stop is another pattern in regular expression. Full stop is when you want to implement any character. We'll get into all that later. So when you want to make use of a full stop in a regular expression, you will use kind of like the same thing you use when you want to implement. Why do I keep forgetting all these words? When you want to jump to a new line in programming, you use backslash n. So you just use backslash and full stop. It's all confusing now, but we'll get into that. So now we know we have the normal characters, alphanumeric characters, and some punctuation marks. And some of the special functions we have, this sign that we usually use for raised to power. This one is used to show the um the beginning of your syntax, I guess. Dollar sign is used to show the ending. Then we have asterisks, we have plus, we have question marks, we have all the brackets you can ever think of. So the period, I've already talked about it, matches a single character except a new line. So it's like any character can be here. You have backslash w, just like this. Ugh, why is my backslash not clicking properly? So this is used when you want to implement any words. That is those things I listed earlier on A to Z in small letter, A to Z in capital letter, 0 to 9, and also an underscore. So if you implement backslash W, small letter W, that is what you're insinuating. While for the backslash W in an uppercase matches any non-word character. So it's literally like almost anything that didn't fall into backslash small letter W. Then if you want to work with white space characters, you use backslash S with a small letter. Then for decimal digits, you have backslash D in a small letter. Okay, and well, I'm trying to think of like all the basic things you need to cover in regular expressions. Okay, that should be all. So regular expressions, basically, let's start with the implementing of the r dot search. So assuming we want to search for um, a pattern that has the art symbol somewhere in between, we would, let's say, want to save our search into a variable, and we're going to call r dot search. Now ideally you can see here, ideally search takes it takes two arguments. It takes a string, and it takes a pattern and a string. So the pattern is our regular expression. Now we'll just pass our r. This r has a meaning, which obviously once again I have forgotten, but you take the r, inside here is where we pass our pattern. So if we want to start search from the beginning of the word to the ending, remember I said the is this called the connotation? It marks the beginning and the dollar sign marks the end. Now in between it, we want to pass that. Sorry, give me a second. Let me think of a better way to go about this. Okay, let's not get into like the complex stuff yet. Let's do something very basic. Let's just pass what we want to search for. Let's just pass what it is we want to search for, and we'll need to pass where it's searching for. So let's say we have a variable q. Now let's declare that variable q equals inputs. Let's run it. So now let's just pass a random email address. So we didn't exactly tell it to do something yet, but what we'll do is, if we wanted to check if it was valid, if match exists, we can check if um if match prints yes, else prints no. Let's try that again. Okay, so now let's take a step further now, shall we? So remember, full stop is to show that any character exists in the value. Asterisk is zero or more characters. That means it can be nothing or it can be something. Plus is one or more, so that means it cannot be nothing, it has to be something. And question mark is strictly zero or one. It cannot be more than one, it can be less than zero. Then okay. Um if you want to now work on this RE. So we wanted that there has to be something that occurs before the um before the at sign. So we want that it has to be any character. We are not looking for a specific character, but that character has to be more than one. It cannot be empty. And next, we want the exact same thing the after the at sign. So let's save it now. Let's run. So what if we pass it now with nothing in front of the at sign, and we just have our at, or what if we just have an at sign? It's gonna pass no, because there's nothing before it and nothing after it. Now you're like catching on. Alright, next, um, if we want to search for, if we want to search like after you have this, there has to be a full stop before you have more words. But now remember, full stop. Remember, I was saying that full stop already exists in see here. I've actually implemented it. So how exactly will we add it? So we can just do the backslash full stop because we want to have a full stop, and let's just group it. And we want to have something that occurs after the full stop. So we'll just implement the exact same thing we've been implementing since. Let's save this. Let's have our art sign. Let's have more words, but let's not have anything after. It should pass a no. But if we now pass a proper one, it should pass a yes. So basically, there are more verifications that go into it. If you want, you can go online and Google the specific regular expression syntax for email addresses. But I just wanted to use this to give you like an idea of how you can implement regular expression. There's still a long list of things, so you can just go to the main Python documentation for regular expression and just go through it yourself. But like for example, now most of these common things, like for example, email, there's another module you can install to verify email addresses. So yeah, this was just to let you have a basic understanding. We'll still visit regular expression later on in the series. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you guys here next time. Have a nice day and yeah, bye.